Alrighty, I just stopped my recording on accident. But what's up, guys? Back with another fucking video. Let's go. So, we're gonna be reviewing Black Myth Wukong today. Now, if you know this game, it is centered around Journey of the West, the Chinese fictional novel, in where pretty much like Sun Wukong just becomes like a god, pretty much. Sun Wukong is the king of the monkeys, and it's a pretty interesting story. I've never read it, but I've heard like lore, little bits in here and lore. But yeah, I just wanted to review this game because I finished it a couple weeks ago, and it's absolutely incredible. We're gonna be breaking this down into 4 criterias. One being characters, one being story, one being graphics, and one being the setting of where we're at. So let's just jump right into it, I feel like. Yeah, let's jump right into it. So, I'm going to start with the story, because that's like literally the main point of the entire game. You start out as seeing Wukong on the main screen, the main cutscene. Like, you start out as Wukong, pretty much. A cutscene plays, he flies up to the heavens, pretty much, and he starts having a chat with them because they kind of pulled up on him. He is low-key beefing with them because they're killing his kind, and they also don't trust him. And they kind of like figured out that he doesn't want Buddhahood, or they kind of like figured that. So that's also another reason why they're pulling up on him, and it looks so good. It's such a cinematic experience when you're watching it. But pretty much Erlang and Sun Wukong have a big battle, and at the end of it, he gets kind of jumped, but not really, because like he flies away and takes Erlang somewhere else. But Erlang gets a nice edge up because of the simple fact that the crown that Wukong was wearing weakens him. The gods, or like the heavenly gods and stuff like that, put it on him, and then it weakens him. So if they activate it, he'll literally fall, and he'll literally get a headache, and it's like really bad. So yeah, that pretty much happened, and he split his consciousness into 6 different relics that you have to get over the course of the game. It's pretty simple. You play as the Destined One, which is a descendant of Wukong, and you pretty much just go find these relics to try to restore Wukong. But by the end of the game, you pretty much just manifest as Wukong himself. You take his name, you take everything. So yeah, a descendant of Wukong, like in his tribe, I meant, by the way. But yeah, that's pretty much about the story. I love it so much. I adore it. They could have done something different, really, and I don't know if it would have been better or worse, but they could have done really anything with this, and I'm glad what they actually did with it, because it does take place after Journey of the West, which is nice. But I do like what they did with it. I really enjoy what they did with the entire story wise. Just a masterpiece, to be honest with you. They could have went in so many different directions with it, and I'm glad that they went with this direction. It like obviously it's not perfect, but it's just really good. But that brings me to characters. There's really not much to say about the characters. Like, most of the characters like in the chapters aren't really that interesting, besides like the big bull in chapter 5, and then like some of the sisters in chapter 4, Yellow Long in chapter 4. Like, that's pretty much the only characters that I honestly really cared about, to be completely fair with you. You had the little pig dude, I don't remember his name, but he's pretty cool, I guess. Obviously Sun Wukong, Erlang, and the Destined One. Those are the top 3 that are like really anchoring the story. But yeah, there's not really too much to say about the characters. They're fun, they're enjoyable, and they do what they're supposed to do for the sake of the plot, so it works. I do like the characters, but they're a little bland. Some of them are just not really interesting to me, but you know, that's just me. I'm just yapping. If you like them, that's pretty cool, but in my opinion, they're just like not the greatest characters. But then again, you know, I didn't really pay attention that much because I wasn't as interested in them. So maybe if I paid attention, they would have been pretty cool. But I just really didn't care for them that much. That's just my take on it. But yeah, let's go to the setting. The setting of this game is incredible. You go from a forest to like a desert, and then you go from the desert to like a snowy mountain area. It is so well thought out of how you get to every single place. And just the level design, like the map design, just really everything about it is so beautiful to look at. And it's just amazing. Like, it's literally just art. It's just art, and it's a cinematic masterpiece of the settings that you're looking at. Like the big mountains and the trees and like the sand all blowing everywhere. It's truly just amazing. I love it personally. I really do enjoy it. That is pretty much all I had to say about the setting. It's just like beautiful scenery. Like, they have meditation points that you can kind of just literally sit at and just admire the view, and all the like little houses and like different shrines and stuff is just so cool to look at. Like, all of this old Chinese like housing and architecture is just really cool to look at to me. I don't know, it's just really awesome. I love that type of stuff. But that brings me to the last and final category, graphics. Holy God, this studio knocked it out of the park with the graphics. Like, all of the hair physics on Wukong and other characters in the game, like bosses and stuff, perfect. It looked fluid, real, and just utterly amazing. I love it so much. Nothing really I had to say about that more. It really just makes you so like, it makes you so like you're there, like you're there with these characters, and you're just going along with this journey and this story with them. It's so good. I love it. Now, my issues with the game, I do have a couple issues. I had a bug that stopped me from playing the Erlong boss fight until like halfway through, and then I beat it. That kind of sucked. I'm not going to deduct too many points though, because that's just a bug. I can't really help that. But to be completely honest, and then I do not like the spider cave area. I do not like that area in chapter 4. I hate it. It's well designed and stuff, but I just really personally don't like it. But yeah, that's pretty much all I really had to say about the issues. I didn't have many issues, so that's leaving this game at probably a 9.5 for me. I really enjoyed it, and I really think it's a masterpiece. I think you guys would love it. It's in my top games of all time. Definitely, I'm putting it there. It's a little early for that. Maybe I'll change my mind, but as of right now, I'm not. But yeah, that's just my review of this game. A 9.5 I'm giving it, and you guys have a great rest of your day. Okay.